How you doing?
How you doing?
Thank you. I would like. They can get us to make closer together tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, the two kind of like each other. We don't like.
These two can sit together.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, nice to meet you. Oh, yes. It's only been 14 years ago since you were over there. I would guess that this probably is, you know. And that's what we need to make. Maybe. That's so long. That's hard.
Okay.
This is what I remember, but I don't remember. Yeah. Because I'm a liquor commissioner also.
Right.
I always serve as your-
That kind of leaves a lot of things out for you.
Well, when yeah, come back. Are you guys doing any cooking and?
I have stuff that. Yeah, but you can't. Oh, yeah. It's special. Special.
It really is.
Yeah. Listen over, I was saying, yard work. And then just better go before. And stripped all my bedding. Oh, you know, because there's a couple. Yeah. Summer.
So wait. I don't know where that.
It's over here.
Hey, Sue. All right.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I would like to call to order the village board meeting, Village of Roscoe, Tuesday, May 21st at 6:30 p.m. Perhaps many of our distinguished guests would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of Nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a motion from someone here on the board to move item number 13 to the top of our agenda?
Hey, so moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Before we begin, any,
Roll call.
all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, before we engage in discussions, I would like to turn this over to Chief Hawley, who is going to explain a conversation he had today with representatives of the VFW.
So I met with Mr. Hernandez today. He's not come to my office and discuss the parade. So I think that we came up with a pretty good plan for something that is kind of a last minute, and in order to have the safest plan that we can in the amount of time that we have. That's our biggest number one concern, obviously, in law enforcement, is the safety of the community, everybody involved in the parade, everybody that comes to see the parade. And just make sure that it's a good event for everybody, everybody goes home safe. So what we had come up with then is the parade will start on Main Street at Presley Place, which is right in front of the police department. So that way, I understand that Roscoe Middle School, their band is gonna be coming. That way parents have the opportunity to use the side streets and safely get their kids dropped off and be able to have a couple ways in order to work their cars around through the roads. So keep congestion hopefully at a minimum that way. Drop off will be around 9:30. The 10 o'clock will be the start of the parade. It will actually start, we have it on a map right here. It'll be basically starting just in front of the parking lot of Village Hall at the bridge. And we will go northbound up to Harrison Street, the first road after the creek. We'll then proceed eastbound on Harrison all the way to the cemetery. Where the ceremony will be held. If anybody wants to be at the ceremony, they can continue straight in. There's a drive right there, and they can enter the cemetery that way. If someone does not want to be a part of the festivities, or not festivities, what's going on in the cemetery, recognition for fallen heroes, people can then turn onto 6th Street and leave through Broad. And that gives the opportunity for parents to pick up their kids or any other vehicles that are in the parade, in order to give us a few roads in order to get everybody out and hopefully reduce traffic that way. That's our plan. Board.
Right, may I have a motion to approve the parade permit with the route and timing as outlined by Chief Hawley and agreed upon by representatives of VFW?
So moved.
Suspend the rule.
Or do we have-
Well, yeah, permit.
It's first read.
Madam Secretary, for the vote, please.
Right,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Petty,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Babcock.
Yes. Thank you very much. Right, moving on, second on our agenda is the approval of the minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of our meeting, May 7th, 2024?
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments? Questions or comments regarding the minutes? Right?
So they
All in-
approve.
Simon? Fox?
Yes.
Malcolm?
You should take a minute.
Yes, right.
Call for. To do that.
The next item is our opportunity for public comment. Anyone in the audience wishing to address the board, please state your first and last name so that the clerk may record it. Yes. State your name for the clerk, please.
Thank you.
Oh, certainly.
Okay, Madam President, members of the board, trustees, my name is Ruben Fernandez. I'm presently commander of post 2955 here in Roscoe. And I want to say a little bit about briefly. This is not a half hour. What Memorial Day really is and what it stands for. Basically, I want to thank you all for approving the parade. Memorial Day, including its controversies, is supposed to be a day of reflection and remembrance of those who died while serving in the United States military. Both police and fire comrades, all alike, we are up in the front lines, and a lot of us actually lose their lives for the freedom that we all have right now. Every single one of us. Memorial Parade is an exception. It's not like the 4th of July, not like a Veterans Parade, but it's a reflection and remembrance of those who died for every single one of us. This is what Memorial stands out. Doesn't matter how small the parade is, doesn't matter how large the parade is. It can be one person marching with the American flag down the street or just our color guard. Here's how important it is. Some of us, unfortunately, in the United States of America, they lose it. It's only a holiday. That's nobody won't do. That's my thing. They lose the essence of what Memorial is. It's about our fallen comrades and combat veterans and all our other organizations, veterans organizations. We know what it is. We have lost fellow comrades. We dedicated part of the 51 to Brendan Rowe. I was really proud of it. The village supported it. We initiated, and together as a community effort, it was done. This is what Memorial is. This is what the Memorial Parade is about. It's not about size. It's about honoring the fallen veterans. It's supposed to be about mourning the nation's fallen service members, by honoring them in parades, no matter how small or large, and honoring the fallen in cemeteries with a gun salute. Memorial Day parade event throughout the nation serves as a moving timeline of American history, featuring reenactors, military veterans, active duty personnel, and celebrities, politicians, and entertainers who will be announced. Together, we honor and salute the men and women who sacrificed lives for America, who are here tonight. We are here tonight in honor of our fallen comrades and police and fire and our canine comrades who now have funerals just like we do. Never forget that. Never lose it. Because the freedoms of this country was founded with fallen comrades. So it's not like any other parade. This is of our fallen veterans. I'm going to read a little excerpt here. Actually happened in Duran. A son and a veteran, Marine veteran, Manuel Castaneda, Jr., 58 years old, from Duran, Illinois, whose father died during the Vietnam War, said, "How can I expect them, people in general, to understand the depth of what I feel when they haven't even experienced anything of how I feel. And the same feeling that we have as veterans, and the same feeling that mothers and fathers have of their fallen comrades, sons and daughters, just like Brandon wrote, right here in this community. And I'm glad that this body approved this parade and never lose focus. This is a nice place to live. I've always said it. Here in Rockton. We got offered from Rockford Parade and even Rockton, if we wanted to be in their parade, if this didn't go through. I don't think we were doing that. I had more confidence that this board had better sense in approving it. Because if it goes down in the entire village. Doesn't go down on 2955. The entire village disapprove it, it goes down on them. So I commend you for a job well done.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
comments. Anyone else? Well said. Moving on then to the president's report. Should we all be here and the alarms sound, just want you to know our safe spaces are the hallways back here. Get away from the doors and windows. There's a prediction of bad storms. Not quite sure what time they're going to come, but please don't go outside. Seek shelter back here and that way in the corridors. Thank you. Secondly, in my report for general information, since we have so many interested citizens here, on June 25th at 5:30 p.m. will be another public or open meeting with Place Foundry, where we have a planning session for our community. So all of you are welcome to attend. Please put it on your calendar. This is June 25th at 5:30. 5:30?
30?
5:30 p.m., June 25. Right. All right, moving on then to other items in my report. I would like a motion to approve the appointment of Barrett, Schweitzer, Long, Balsey, and Van Evera as the village attorney for traffic court. May I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Chief Ollie,
I'm sorry.
would you explain how we arrived at this appointment, please?
Yeah, so myself and Deputy Chief Brown on Monday had 3 interviews of 3 different law firms. They had given us proposals that some criteria for that was sent by him. He took us out to law firms as to who wanted to participate and wanted to sign the proposals. After the much discussion, law firm Barry Switzer Long Balls was selected from the department. This was not based on one single aspect, but rather a combination of several items which factor in our findings. Some of those factors, just to give you examples, was availability. Due to the size of the firm, the number of attorneys deployed, it was explained that attorney would be available 24/7, 2 o'clock in the morning, something we call. And we were actually discussed with them, and they actually offered an on-call list of 5, even though the primary line is going to be assigned to our department, which would be first received would be Sean Fulbright.
Who?
That he would be available.
Sean Fulbright?
But due to, vacations or illness or anything, we'd have another person to go to, and then another person to go to. Or if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, for some reason, someone can answer their phone, make sure that we're taken care of. The personal attention we receive will be, our assigned attorney will want to meet with each officer on the department, they told us. Not only to meet with them, but if they want the cell phone number of each of our officers. That way, if a decision needs to be made while they're in court, whether it's ticket, citation or something that needs to be ended, dropped, or something else, Communicate with them and see how they felt as far as they were the issuing officer, they were the one that decided to do this, as how they would like to proceed as well, along with the expertise of the attorney, so give some guidance. View only access, they were asked, they requested that we give them view only access to our scheduling system. That way, when they could consider the officer's schedule, obviously they have to abide by what the judges got going on, courts have going on. However, they can take that into consideration, the officer's schedule, whether it's, the availability of how many officers we have working at the time, or overtime, require bringing officer in on this off day. Their work ethic, Barry Switzer was by far the most thorough and comprehensive regarding how our assigned attorney would prepare for and approach each case. They went very thoroughly through each one, approach that, even including that, which I don't know what maybe our attorney at the time, but I mean, they go as far as a lot of these to actually view body cam, simple tickets, squad cam, stuff like that. There's not very many attorneys watch majority of the squad cam. I'm not saying they're gonna watch every single one, but they want to know why this, what brought them to that decision, the officer and stuff as well, very prosecuting it. Depth of services, with a number of attorneys in varying areas of expertise beyond traffic prosecution. So we did ask them beyond that, more of a one-stop shop, that if we had a major incident, which they do arise here and there, if it's somebody that we could call, and the deep bench that they have, if the attorney that was assigned to us, or second attorney, if that wasn't their area of expertise, they can go to 17 different attorneys and be able to pick out, who exactly could help us with such things as like, if it was contract related, FOIA question, press releases that we did, and they even said, that's another thing, middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, something happens, we're involved, you can contact us, do press release, whatever we need to do. If you need somebody at a scene, whatever it might be, that they would be available. And that just goes also to, how deep that their lawyers, the firm goes. While this is not all inclusive, what brought us to the decision, but it represents many of the reasons we feel Barry Switzer is the best fit for our current and our future.
I wish to thank you and the Deputy Chief for conducting those interviews over the last week. And we appreciate it, especially the thorough summation. So we have a motion and a second to approve.
How much are they billing us out?
Discussion on the motion? Any discussion? Know that the chief gave his report, is there any discussion?
No, I'm asking our board members if they have.
I got you.
And Trustee Petty asked how much it is a monthly retainer, $3,500.
Okay.
And it will be extra if in those extraordinary cases, there's trial required for DUI. But my understanding is those happen very infrequently. And as Chief Hawley indicated, it's just not representation in traffic court, but it would be answering any other legal questions that the police department has. So it's all inclusive. And I understand that the hours put in court can be quite fluid, extensive sometimes. So it seems to be a better fit to have that monthly retainer, our budget planning, as well as what we get the services. Any other questions, board members? So we have a motion and a second. Calling the vote, please.
Malaco,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Betty,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Going on to the treasurer's report, within your documents, you have the cash report, copy of bills. I would direct you first to the cash report. You will see that the total pooled cash and equivalent is $8,515,635.99. You're going to be asked tonight to approve expenditures totaling $212,637.72. And if you look at the very bottom of your cash report, you will see that the balance in the motor fuel fund is $1,438,369.27. There is one expenditure related to motor fuel and for the Willowbrook project or continuing engineering. So that is expended against the motor fuel expenditure. So total of all expenditures, bottom line, $235,464.47. May I have a motion to pay the bills?
So moved.
Second.
Are there questions on the bills?
I'll be a no on as of Lynn.
I'll be a no on that as well.
Any other questions or comments regarding the bills? Hearing none. Calling for approval, please.
Simon,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Petty,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Block.
Yes.
All right, the next items on our agenda are part of the consent agenda, but I will go through and read them quickly, just for the record. Item number 6, may I have a motion to approve the special event permit, 8-line YMCA Stonebridge half marathon and 5K. This event will be on Sunday, September 28th.
So moved.
Second.
Petty,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Malco.
Yes.
Item 7, may I have a motion to approve the special event permit for the North Point Triathlon and Fit and Fun Fair to be held June 8th at 5605 East Rockton Road.
So moved.
Second.
Simon,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Petty,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Wright.
You need to abstain again?
Just for clarification, suspension is always counted as what kind
It will go generally, it will go with the majority of the vote.
Running it back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Give you a financial gain, right?
Yes.
That's a conflict of interest then. That's why I abstained. Abstention isn't,
Then
doesn't
you
get you out of.
abstain.
a
Should be
conflict.
discussing it, I mean, really, yeah. You should be participating in the discussion, yeah, so this is just the voting, yes, previously. I don't think he's spoken
Haven't said a
previously,
word.
either, that's correct, yeah.
Sorry, haven't said a word.
Did we complete the roll call there? Yes, thank you. Item number 8, may I have a motion to approve resolution 2024 R28, authorizing the solicitation of public bids for the construction of the 2024 Class D X program.
So moved.
Second.
Still add streets to, email streets to Brandon.
Yeah.
Suggestions? Yeah.
Okay.
Petty,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Item number 9. May I have a motion to approve ordinance 2024-05, transferring appropriations between appropriated objects and purposes for the village of Roscoe, Winnebago County for the year beginning on the first day of January 2023 and ending the 31st day of December 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Block,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Petty,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Item number 10, may I have a motion to approve resolution 2024 R29, authorizing entering into an agreement with Place Foundry Design to provide design and owner's representative services for construction of the village's Bridge Street multi-use public space parking facility. cost of that, as you see in your packet, is $24,900. This is for all engineering and design and oversight.
So moved.
Second.
Wright,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Betty,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Block.
Yes.
Item number 11. May I have a motion to approve resolution 2024 R24, approving a 3-year extension of the park usage agreement with State Line Baseball for the continued use of Leland Park and Porter Park through December 31st, 2027.
Like to have a motion to lay this over again until numbers are seen.
If I can just stress it really briefly, they are working with their accountants right now and they're getting those financials set for this year. So they're working on those right now, working with both of the organizations.
I'd like to lay both over then.
They already have to laid over maybe indefinitely, and then we'll bring it back on at that point, we get those back.
So we need a formal motion then, or you need to
motion-
amend? Right?
Motion lay over indefinitely is fine. We have no specific date, so motion is probably fine.
I'm good as long as we see numbers before that.
End of the season.
That would be nice.
All right, so just to summarize, you have a motion to lay over indefinitely or until the financials are reported
Presented to the board, yeah.
of resolution 2024 R24. Is there a second?
Second.
Wright,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Betty,
Yes.
Block.
Yes.
Did we get information for the second one?
That's the same for both of them. I spoke with both of them. They're both working. I think their years are different.
Awesome. So trustee Wright, would you make your recommendation and your motion for number 12? as
I'd also
well?
like to propose a motion to lay over approval of resolution 2024 R25.
Second.
Block,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Betty,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Right, moving on to questions and reports, I would like you to take a look in your documents. You have an example of the letter that Fair Graham Brandon had sent out to residents of Promontory and Hidden Creek regarding the residential streets program. So Brandon, just very briefly, would you summarize again when this is going to start, how long it will take?
Absolutely. We had our pre-construction meeting with the contractor, Rock Road Companies, on this past Friday. Just talked about high points and low points of previous projects to make sure things go well and go smoothly for this coming up year. They presented their proposed schedule, and as of right now, they're planning to begin June 3rd. And that project will then conclude June 21st. So just 3 weeks of work. And they are anticipating to be completely done. So that would be great for the residents and everybody else.
And Troy, very, very quickly, Porter Park will be ready for the first rental, first weekend in June, because we now have in place
Countertops and the sink.
and furniture ordered.
Yep.
And a rug ordered to the upper level, and it's been all cleaned,
Ready to go.
and the windows someday.
Yes.
Thank you. Public comment. Anyone wishing to make public comment? Hearing none. No need for executive session this evening. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Matt, address the board. Comment, please.
Certainly.
I would save this for the VFW for the Memorial Day parade. I'm very disappointed with the way this was handled. Board handled this, administration handled this. The board just found out about this at the last minute. I think Commander Hernandez said it well with whether it's 10 people doing the parade or honor. We should respect them, and that should have been honored, and the board should have been consulted on that. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the members of our police department for understanding cooperation for putting this together in a secure way, in a safe way, so participants can enjoy this parade. For those who fought for our freedom, our police service and safety to our community is greatly appreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you guys for your time and your courage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No need for an executive session. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Need time for moving.